following presentation of the National Football League. Cam Little to kick off.
Cam Little out for the opening kick. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. Returning it from the 4. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. And we'll get a look at the guy calling the shots, their fifth-year quarterback.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. And when you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
Oh, it's intercepted. What a start. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Raiders are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Intercepted. The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
Oh, baby, this stadium was already loud to start this game, Brock, but that play, it's in an absolute uproar now.
And the one thing you want to do as the opposing team is quiet the crowd, especially as a quarterback. It's your job to quiet that home crowd, but an interception, well, it does nothing but add fuel to the fire. A fever pitch now as the offense takes the field, looking for an early lead.
And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down into the red zone. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. Looking in the air here. Complete here to Bowers. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11. At the Jets.
Genty from the gun. He'll scrape together a few yards, but not much. 3rd down coming up.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
Throw here, 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Las Vegas.
Here's Genty. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here.
Okay, ready.
2nd and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Cougar 19.
They'll work against the blitz. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders parlay the interception into points. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Raiders 7, Jets nothing. Cam Little to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. He fields it from the 8. Escapes the defender. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. The Jets and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And we're getting a look at the leaders in passing touchdowns this season here, where you will find his name among the top 5 right now in the NFL. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. It is caught left side. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. It's like you always say, right back to work for him, getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game, and you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
Short pickup on the play to about the 40. And it's Carson Schlesinger who got over there for the stop.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the Raiders.
With the play fake, he'll throw. Has it downfield, working the left. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal.
And the Jets, 1st down. 1st and goal, New York.
From the red zone on 1st. And down he goes. Raiders got it. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up. He's going to throw it. This one's caught. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 2 yards standing between this unit and 6. Here's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Now looking to throw. And this is going to be a New York touchdown. The Jets reach pay dirt for the first time this game. On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Fields this one at the 3. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brockie's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Second drive coming up for the Las Vegas offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Escapes out to the left. This is Cox. That's Bowers working downfield. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Giving this to Genty. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
It'll be this group's job, watching the film, to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Vegas first down.
And a Raider first down. First and 10 at the 27.
They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. And the stop is made after 4 yards. It's second down.
Dane Belton on the stop. A gain of 5 brings up second.
Now pressure coming.
At the 22-yard line.
And he brings it in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders break the tie here in the first.
There are a couple different ways now. You can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, well, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
Jets 7. Cam Little to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Now here comes the New York offense. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's first and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Pass play now. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down over the 28-yard line. Raiders with an extra DB out there. Third down.
And it's third down.
They'll air it out on third. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Raiders have their offense back out there. They have played lights out on offense. Scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. First play is going to be a give to Genty. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, That came at the perfect time.
Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
And the Las Vegas first down.
Shotgun give here to Genty. Saw the lead, hit it quick. Call that a gain of 7. Nicely done. 7 yards on that last play. So this is 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Dropping back to throw. He put everything he had into this one. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders grow their early lead to 13. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Jets 7. Cam Little to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He dodged the tackle. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
They'll go play action. Fits it through the middle. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. Going just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, New York.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
You just get the play off. Looking right, and he finds it. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. 21-7 is our score. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. There's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive run, you really break the backs of the defense.
He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's another Jets first down. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down.
From the gun, it's Hall. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Throwing on 2nd. Short pass brought in. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
13 yards on the play. And the Jets first down. 1st and goal, Jets.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. Went the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Taylor. And they're turned away again. 2 great defensive stands. We've arrived at 3rd and goal. These last 2 snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
Ooh, sure looked like they were sitting on that slant, weren't they, Brock? If a route was going to beat them, it was not going to be that one.
Yeah, we see this route all the time, really at every level of football, because as a receiver, you just want to get inside that defender, and when you do...
And he hauls it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets make it a one-score game in the first half. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal. Finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Raiders headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. And off to Jesse. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war in field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Going left side, Bowers has it. And this one doesn't go far.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
And a nice return out of him. They have him a little further up past their own 30. The Jets and this running back headed back out for a new series. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Now throw to start the drive. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 5 still to go here. This is second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 38-yard line.
Running right, this is Taylor. Continuing to move past the 45. And he will get it down to the 16-yard line.
47 on the play. That's good for a Jets first down.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
From the red zone now. He's got it over the middle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Raiders' 11-yard line.
Completed out to the left on that quick throw. And into the end zone. Touchdown, New York.
To number 88.
The Jets can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. That one splits the uprights. And the Jets tie this game at 21. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 wide. Go.
Airing it out to start this drive. Harrison secures this left side. He's taken down after reaching the 30. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 30-yard line.
Give up the guts. It's Genty. Still finding room past the 45. And he gets this down to the 38. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
That's good for Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They're going to try and throw it here. Run out left. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Ball right up against that marker, but not there yet. It's 2nd and inches.
Ready.
Dive play, straight ahead. And this is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
16-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Here we go. Strike. Let go.
He's dropping back to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down at the line. Jets in the nickel, third down.
No gain on the play. It's third and
Here he goes, third and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
Intended for Marvin Harrison Jr.
Cam Little now to attempt this field goal. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. Little knocks it through. And they've taken back the lead.
What a season this guy has had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Look at Abdul Carter making plays as he cleans that one up. Pass play coming here. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far. Jets moving quickly, trying to get the offense set.
A gain of a yard. Brings up third and
To the air on third and long. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And he'll try to hit this one well.
Fourth down.
Fields this clean at the 30. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
He was taken down.
The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous.
That's caught at the 25. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow. And he's up across 200 yards now in this opening half. That's beyond simply a good start for him. This is the type of game where he's been taking the lead on carrying his offense forward however he can. It's a screen play to Jeanty. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense.
A loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
Back to throw.
line.
And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. Defense, no doubt, still recovering from that interference call, Brock, but they've got to buckle down here. It's first and goal. The Raiders grow their lead just before halftime. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Jets, 21. Cam Little to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. The Jets offense now set to take over. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They're probably going to try to get this into field goal range, try to trim that lead. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. And motion the tight end over. Back to pass on first and 10. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Prior to first down, they decided to call a timeout.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's a throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
To number 88.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd
Setting
and
up to
6.
throw. That's caught. It's Brees Hall. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
A gain of
They
10
come through with a
yards.
nice gain of 10 and a first down. All set to go now from the 35.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
He's going to throw it again. Throw left side. Taylor has it. And on first down, only gets about a yard here. And the defender there to force him out. Field goal unit out there on 2nd down as they try for 3 here before halftime. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
Kid, I don't think there's any question. This is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half. And that field goal, and it gives them a little more confidence running into the locker room.
One last play before the break. Looking to throw. He's trying to push the field. He's got it inside the 10. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Well, as we all know, halves can't end on a defensive penalty. So now we get an untimed down.
Cam Little on for the field goal. A 27.
Little knocks it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game. So entering the locker room, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott. The rest of the league can wait. We'll see how they're faring later. Our focus, it's on these two teams as we skip halftime and get right back to this contest. He fields it from the 8. Finds some space. He's past the 30. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. Now we have a member of the Jets hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to take a look at him. 1st and 10 from the 32. Straight ahead with Genty. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Shot. Hey, Mosey. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Rolling from the gun here. Throw right side, hauled in by Harrison. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Las Vegas first down.
Giving this to Harvey. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. He's going deep. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Let's go.
Air it out on 3rd. He's got Harrison. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Injury on offense after that last snap, Brock, and it is their running back, R.J. Harvey, who appears to be in some discomforts. Medical staff coming out to take a look. They go play action on 1st down. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
10 at the 27-yard line.
They are throwing it again. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Sticking to the air here. Short pass brought in. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
2 yards.
Good offenses. Good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him in the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably but then go to work after.
From the red zone on first. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal.
Panther 11, Panther 6.
Throwing it again here. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they're left with third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
Ready.
They're running with Harvey. And he hauls it across for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders grow the lead coming out of halftime. On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders take a 3-possession lead.
Raiders 41, Jets 24. Cam Little to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Fielded at the 7. He's stopped on the run back of the 27.
The Jets take over.
The Jets out to begin another drive. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. They'll start on the ground. Taylor. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
They give to Hall on the draw. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's third down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third and 6.
Running back sent in motion left. Ball throw, third and long. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. The throw here on first. Taking a shot deep here. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's second down.
Deep ball. Azarie Thomas on the cover.
Back to throw now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Intended for RJ.
Well, no look on his first look of the game. So they're left facing third and long.
Down and 10 yards.
Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. And this is another incompletion. Couldn't find Jack Besh on that throw. And now they're staring at fourth and long. The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. It'll be A.J. Cole doing the honors. And it'll be touchdown a little before the 20. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Now this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Brought down behind the line.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be second and 12.
Second and 12 at the 22-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll throw. He's got it. It's downfield near the edge. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40.
17 yards. And the Jets first down.
Hall running between the tackles. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7.
Second and 7.
He's going to throw this one. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. We'll set here from the Raiders. Third down.
Gain of 4. And it's third down.
Looking to throw here. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to go out of bounds with close to enough for the first. But he is marked short, so it is fourth down and less than a yard. They'll run for it with Hall. Breaks Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38.
A gain of 12 yards.
You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down. A gain of 12. And the Jets.
They go right back to Hall. Very small gain, if anything here, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
Down at the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one's complete over the middle. And he's going to be marked down about 4 yards away from that 1st down marker.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete.
84. Incomplete.
Full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this.
19 Tiger.
They'll throw for it. Going deep here for the end zone. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Incomplete.
1st and 10 from the 32.
Turnover on downs.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard
Shotgun hand off to Harvey. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Brock? It's a gain of 5, 3rd down coming up.
At the 42-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
He's a dive up the middle. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Here we go.
And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he's touched as they pick up that 1st down on 4th.
And the Raider 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Prime Time. It's the Raiders up by multiple touchdowns, and they've got the football. 1st and 10 from the 43. It's Harvey straight ahead, and he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. And he'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Jet in some discomfort following that play.
Let's go now. Viking 18. Go.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. That's complete to Bowers outright. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down.
Go. Ready.
1st and 10.
First down, play action. And he stopped at the spot he made the catch, so give him, looks like the 27 on that completion. So a stoppage here for an injured player, and this is not good. Brock Bowers in some discomfort. The medical staff headed to him.
Come on.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Connects with Harrison again. He's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, and to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. All set now. 1st and 10.
That's another Las Vegas 1st down.
Staying on the ground here with Harvey. He's stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards. A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the Jets 16-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground.
And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders put up even more points in a win. Little checks on the extra point. And the Raiders make it a 24-point ball game.
Raiders 48, Jets 24. Cam Little to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. There's a return from the 7. This makes it up to the 25. Now here comes the New York offense.
And scoring hasn't been an issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
First and 10, they're going to throw. Right side, this is caught by Taylor. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard
Now
line.
he'll throw off the play fake.
Gets it to his fullback. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders side of the field.
Number 84.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Jets hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out.
He's going to throw it again.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
It's a gain of
They'll
8.
come up on 1st and 10.
That's good for a Jets. First down.
Still sticking with the passing game. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Motion man sent left.
2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. Catch made over the middle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. The Jets take their first time out.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive.
They'll try to run for it with Hall. Makes the tackle. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
That's another Jets. First down. A gain of 11 on the
From the red zone now.
First down.
It's the in route complete. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
To number 84.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 14-yard line.
They're throwing it.
Connects with his back. Hall. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets putting up points in a game decided. Brees Hall with the touchdown.
The Jets will line up.
They want to run it across. And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that two-point attempt.
Raiders 48.
With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And the Raiders are able to secure the kick. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Back-to-back carries here. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Back to the well again. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up. So put this in the win column for the Raiders.